Happy Tuesday, guys. What's up? Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt, to follow me on Twitter. The Daily Juice being brought to you by BetMGM and their $1,000 first bet offer for new users when you use that promo code JUICE at BetMGM. Okay, good Monday. It's amazing the difference between 1-1-1 and 2-0-1. One is flat, the other is up 2 units. It's remarkable. It's only one bet difference, but it changes everything. And that under came in, the 4-1 win for Winnipeg up against the Rangers. But man, Connor Hellebuyck, if you wanted to bet a future, I think Hellebuyck to win the Vezina is probably a decent bet right now. I know Linus Ullmark for the Bruins has had an incredible run, but the Bruins blocked so many shots. The Rangers had like 100 shots last night. I mean, they were all over him, and he just stood on his head and only allowed 1 goal. And then Vancouver got 4 behind Igor. That was big because they didn't pull the goaltender, so we were able to survive that 4-1 victory without any empty net goals. So that was good. Never a doubt with West Virginia at home, destroying Oklahoma State. Thank Dave Sherapan for that. Don't thank me. Thank him. That was his call. He said, that's the side. Take that. And he was right. So I got in with that. And then we got a push with the 7 for the Ducks. 7 we pushed. Brutal. There's a 7 today. There's Oilers and the Flyers is at 7 right now. I'm not going to get involved with it just because it's a 7. It's probably going to be a push, a 4-3 final. 6.5 is what we want for those teams, even though Edmonton is a team in the second period. We're going to talk about here a little bit today, later in the podcast. But I've got 3 bets officially for you here in the NHL. I have 1 college basketball bet for you guys here today, and it's going to be a little bit predictable, but we're rolling. If you're new to the podcast, how are you? I have a lot of new followers right now, all of a sudden. I guess when you go up 16 units in 8 days, people start to pay attention. So hi, if you are new, either on YouTube or if you're new listening to the podcast, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you'll stick around when things aren't like this and you stick around for when the doldrums and the bad times are going to hit. Because look, this is one thing that I'm going to reiterate over and over again. We are not going to do this consistently. Okay. This is a really fun run in hockey, and winning bets is really fun. And right now the numbers are panning out, and we're playing off of a great spreadsheet and using just some analytics to get us to the window. It's one sport. When the regular season ends, we will pour one out for hockey and say thank you to the betting gods, because right now things have been very, very good. Over 4 units in play today. We'll see what we do here on a Tuesday. But before I give you the bets, let's talk about BettingPros Premium. Once again, you guys have heard me talk about this a lot. Running a contest. If you want to win a free year of BettingPros Premium, subscribe to the BettingPros YouTube channel, comment underneath this video, and when you do, you could be upgraded. A free upgrade to BettingPros Premium, whether you're looking for access exclusive picks, top-rated player props, or custom analysis of your betting performance. BettingPros Premium has tools to help you catch more bets. It's that plain, it's that simple. Don't want to wait for the giveaway. You can sign up for it today at bettingpros.com/upgrade and start betting smarter, not harder. Okay, so let's go to Vancouver and Nashville. So Vancouver is a wagon. Dave Sherapan hates that word, but I love that word. Wagon. 9-0-1, last 10 to the over. What am I doing? Betting the under in this game? It's 6.5 minus 120. You have Colin Delia with a 4.15 goals against on the road. These two teams have played one time previously, 4-3 final, went over 6.5. Nashville is only 4-4-2 over their last 10 at home, so they're flat. But Saros has a 2.73 goals against average at home, and he's given up 9 goals in his last 2 games. So let's hope that continues here. And let's get a 5-3 final. One way or the other, let's fly over on this 6.5. Vancouver, ride it with their over streak on the road. Vancouver, minus 120, 1.2 units down to win 1 unit coming back. Second bet, second streak. The Minnesota Wild in the first period. Wild are at home against the LA Kings, who, by the way, if you want more action on this game, it's a little scary, so I'm not going to make this official. The Wild are 8-2 to the under at home, 4-1 over their last 5, and you have Gustafsson in net, but the Kings are 7-2-1 to the over on the road. But Jonathan Quick did shut the Wild out earlier this year. So I can't make it official, but if you want to bet under 6, you can. What I am making official is the under in the first period, 1.5 goals. This is ridiculous, okay? A over 1.5 goals has only hit in 37% of the games involving the Wild this year. That's 21 times out of 56 games. They are 9-1 over the last 10 to the under, 8 straight. And the under 1.5 goals for the Wild is currently on a 18-2 run. And this is plus money. Like, what? It's plus 115 to the under. Plus 115, 1 unit down, under 1.5 goals. Wild and the Kings. Let's hope for a 1-0 start to this game. Or maybe Gustafsson stands on his head, keeps the Kings silent, and then Jonathan Quick can play well. It's going to help me, but again, it's a play. If you want more action, you can do that. You can jump in on the under. I do think the under is going to hit, but officially, Wild, 1 period, first period, under 1.5 goals at plus 115 for 1 unit. And then the third bet, the St. Louis Blues are on the road. Okay, what do we bet? Vancouver on the road, St. Louis on the road, Wild at home, right? These are teams that we consistently are betting. Why? Because we're making money. We have a Blues team up against the Hurricanes. The total is 6.5. It's juiced to the under because the Hurricanes are thought to be an under team. Well, actually, at home, they're 7-3 to the over the last 10. Hurricanes haven't been really an under team. They've been scoring a ton of goals, too. You've got Anderson in net with a 2.57 goals against average at home. Only 1 goal given up. He's the backup goaltender. Only played 1 game so far since the break. But the Blues most likely are going to, like Grease is going to start, I believe. Their backup goaltender, who has a 3.78 goals against average on the road. Yikes. And 6-2-2 to the over, St. Louis, over their last 10 games. And they are on they're a road over team. Like, we just know this. They're a road over team. So we're going over 6.5 goals, minus 105. Not bad on the juice. St. Louis and Carolina. Carolina's red hot, by the way. You want to bet Carolina on the puck line? Could very well easily be a 5-2 win for Carolina tonight. I lean towards that. Carolina's been the hottest team in hockey, even hotter than the Bruins. They've been phenomenal. Not so much on the puck line like the Bruins, but definitely a team that's been winning a ton of hockey games. Really, the main competition in the Eastern Conference right now, Carolina. Tampa will be in the conversation, don't get me wrong, but Carolina right now is playing really, really well. See what they did at the outdoor game, the Stadium Series? Whew, it was 4-0 before he could sit down. So, hockey, we're going Vancouver over 6.5, minus 120. Wild first period under 1.5 at plus 115. And the Blues over minus 105 on the road up against the Hurricanes. So we're going with that. Now, second period. I might make this official, okay? I need to look at the numbers. I got to see who will let me parlay what, but second period totals don't come out until the day of the game, okay? There are certain books in Vegas that do it pre. There are certain books in Vegas who do it in-game, okay? The Vegas book, William Hill Caesars, that I've been playing with, they've been consistently putting up 2.5 in the second period. It's pissing me off because this trend is 1.5. So I'm going to have to bet it pregame. But if I bet it pregame, you're going to pay heavy juice, like minus 175 type juice, okay? So I'm not making this official. If I do, I'll tell you in the Discord channel, but I don't think I'm going to. But I'm just telling you, St. Louis is on a 10-1 run to a second period over. Second period over, 1.5 goals. St. Louis, 10-1 run. And Edmonton, second period, over 1.5 goals, is on a 22-4 run right now. You parlay those two together, you're probably getting plus 140. Somewhere in that range. Okay? So those two games, I'm going to run through really quickly here. And by the way, Chris Otto, OTTO, is going to be on my BVB show today. So if you want to see what it looks like, give him props, give him a tip. Here's his numbers. This is stupid, okay? Teams that are playing tonight, second period, over 1.5 goals in the second period. St. Louis, 10-1. That's a 90.9% clip. Vancouver, 25-3. 89% over the last 28 games. Florida, 15-2. 88% over the last 17 games. Minnesota, 13-2. 86% over the last 15 games. Edmonton, 22-4. 84% over the last 26 games. The LA Kings, 14-3. 82% over the last 17 games. Second period overs. This is a crazy day for second period overs. If you're going to look at betting anything today in hockey, second period overs, telling you right now, I'm going to be locked in on this. I'm going to be paying attention all night. I'm going to be betting second period overs. I can't make them all official. I'm just telling you that watch that parlay of St. Louis and Edmonton because I think those two are going to hit for sure. And you're probably going to wind up getting yourself plus 140, somewhere in that range. If I can parlay that, I will parlay that together. Now, one college basketball bet to give you. What am I betting? Well, what's Matt going to bet? It's the biggest game of the year for the Creighton Blue Jays. They're at home against Marquette. It's a blowout. This is going to be 17,000 crazy drunk Creighton people going bonkers tonight. Marquette's coming in. Marquette has already lost at Xavier and at UConn. 5.5 is the total. Creighton Blue Jays. KenPom has it as a 4-point game. All right, it's one possession difference. Not that big of a deal. KenPom has it at 150. Total is 148.5. Here's the difference. Creighton has won 7 of 9 against Marquette. Greg McDermott is 3-1 against Shaka Smart. And the Jays are very good at home. 12-1 straight up at home this year. Much like West Virginia, very good at home. Okay? Marquette's better than Okie State. First place on the line in the Big East. First seed in the Big East tournament on the line. The difference, I think, is going to be rebounding. Marquette can't rebound. Marquette, offensive rebounding, they're 232nd in the country, according to KenPom, for offensive rebound percentage. Defensive rebound percentage, they're 308th. Creighton Blue Jays aren't great at offensive rebounding, but they've got a 7-footer in Ryan Kalbrenner. He's going to be the difference in this game. The Jays have got to hit threes to take down this offense, which right now is ranked 3rd in the country for adjusted offensive efficiency. They're very good, Marquette. Creighton, those defense is 11th. The Jays defense, where did this come from? Creighton's playing defense. This is wild. Creighton has won 8 straight home games. They're 12-1 at home. I think they're going to 13-1 at home. And even though they didn't cover against UConn, UConn's tougher than the Creighton Blue Jays. Marquette's not going to be tougher than the Jays. That's such a big deal with the way the game's going to be played. Marquette plays fast. 11th in average possession length in the country. They play super fast. That's great for the Jays. They want to play an up-tempo game. They want to keep the crowd in it. They want to be running and gunning. They want to get guys open for three-point shots. They want to be able to go and really find open inside Kalbrenner. That's why they're in the top 30 for 2-point percentage at 28th in the country. The Jays hit their free throws, which is big. Marquette does not. They're 209th in free throw percentage. That's not good for a team going on the road trying to win a really big game like this. Jays' 3-point percentage hasn't been great, but they're streaky and they can get hot. The Creighton Blue Jays have got to find their rhythm here, and they have to play their brand of basketball. But I think the Jays win. I think they're going to win and cover. I'm going to lay the 5.5 points for 1.1 units. Creighton basketball, homer bet, I don't care, whatever you want to call it. Jays win, Jays cover against Marquette. Blew out. Don't think it's going to be as easy as the West Virginia game, but it would be sure nice if it could be. If it's that type of blowout, that'd be phenomenal. All right, so officially, 4 bets officially, maybe others to add here on a Tuesday. Vancouver over 6.5 at -120. Wild under first period, 1.5 goals at +115. Blues over 6.5 at -105, and the Creighton Blue Jays at -5.5 at home against Marquette tonight in college basketball. Those bets are all to win 1 unit coming back, so we've got a little over 4 units in play here on a Tuesday. Maybe more to come, depending on that second period, St. Louis and Edmonton, if I want to add it, but definitely second periods. If you've got the bankroll to fire tonight, ooh, baby, this is going to be a lot of fun tonight. This is target-rich environment on a second period over here tonight in the NHL. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. I'll talk to you in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get in. Every morning, it is the Daily Juice podcast being brought to you by BetMGM.